freedom of consciousness. The primary demand of this manifesto is for a new freedom of consciousness beyond our political definition of free speech, not just freedom to speak, but freedom to imagine openly and experiment with reality on an individual basis. Your individual search for truth and clarity does not require anyone's permission or approval. No one knows what you do in your own mind, nor controls how you fashion your personal monad. The only test at this level is your own sense of what is real and what is true. That modern psychiatry is attempting to define normalcy through continuously expanding taxonomic catalogs of mental illnesses is a disturbing trend. Truly free mercurial consciousness cannot be classified nor contained. Since it's not possible to know the monad directly, we must look into its reflection within us. If consciousness is a singularity phasing within all beings, as Schrödinger believed, then the fact that we share the infinite light and awareness of the universe is the path that will raise us up. The piece of consciousness we are given, the atom of awareness that we are, is our opportunity to transform reality. From our personal monad, we can create an entirely new incarnation that will spread holographically to other minds and support the one mind holding back the darkness of the nothingness. On the cultural level, we are desperately in need of a synthesis of ideas, a merging of scientific, psychological, and religious viewpoints in a single comprehensive vision that recognizes our crucial role in fashioning reality. There is no quick fix. It is more than just spiritualizing science or intellectualizing religion. As a species, we need to face the existential challenge of knowing what is real, without regard to how we define ourselves within social and national borders. On the personal level, it requires facing our cosmic predicament head-on. The refocusing of our attention exposes habitual patterns of thought and knee-jerk assumptions and judgments. The addictive urge to accumulate money and possessions is replaced with a greater need to focus on the reality hidden beyond everyday things. Racial and social biases are replaced by the startling realization that we are not our physical bodies. We are our minds, and that is the only way to judge each other. How ridiculous to judge each other on our language or the shades of our skin. We all began as pure atoms of consciousness, bound together in an infinite tapestry of being. Let that essence of light shine through you and encourage it in everyone you meet. That light is our common bond and only worth. As we approach a true understanding of the nature of consciousness and our place in the universe, the first thing we realize is that the picture we create of reality is not just a static snapshot made up of words and expectations of what is there. The true view of reality can only be seen in the living light of pure awareness. Without that light, there is nothing but darkness. The absolute and unchanging reality of the monad exists prior to all states, and is therefore not a thing or piece of information we can ever know about. It can only be realized indirectly through the reflection of its light within us, through an immediate and intimate experience of it as a living presence within us. Only our moment-to-moment consciousness can be enriched by the universal field of awareness that is the monad, the eternal presence that is both part of and prior to being itself. Our language is the programming that limits our experience of the greater monad. Our minds are trapped in a prison of words, a finite vocabulary that defines our mental space within the dominant paradigm of society. Embedded in the vocabulary are mechanistic patterns that limit our choices and restrict the ways in which we can respond to the world. But the intelligence of the primal creator transcends any mass psychosis we fall into. The archetypal basis of reality streaming forth in the living consciousness of the monad is reflected within each personal monad in the light of our minds and imagination. In religious terms, it is as if God is speaking to us in powerful symbolic images beyond the limits of our language, and we just ignore Him. It doesn't matter if you can't see the images in your mind's eye. The archetypal forces are always there in the deepest parts of the consciousness shaping your reality. This volcanic substratum of molten tertium quid, the third thing uniting mind and matter, is where our fate lies, where our purest motivation and most genuine behavior come from. Unless we connect with it and cultivate the pregnant silence beyond language, we will continue to exist as lost souls, attacking each other in a distorted literal view of reality all over the planet, like crazed animals. The deep spiritual realizations that we all share represent genuine information about reality that is being ignored by our leaders and institutions. We live in times of great crisis, a turning point in the evolution of our planet, civilization, and species. Human consciousness is at the root of this global challenge, and our current beliefs, values, decisions, and actions are what will shape our destiny. Our primary focus now must be to acknowledge the universal primacy of consciousness and free the human mind from outdated mindsets, self-centered attitudes, manipulative lies, and the materialistic values that are driving us insane.